Recording is started. Good morning and welcome officially to the Market Watch Group midweek check-in. And you're like, wait, we just met yesterday. I know. Whenever we miss Monday, the open to the check-ins back to back, and then we take a day off, and then we wrap the week up. But it's a good one today because we've been looking at the market and we're like, it's in this consolidation. Has it consolidated yet? I feel like we've been patient, and I feel like that patience is paying off. And we'll see that here this morning as we look at the futures, kind of getting a little bit hit up, taking one on the chin. So yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Whoops. Here's the disclaimers. As always, we're not advisors. We're not brokers. We don't give advice or guidance. Yada yada. Today's agenda. We'll look at today's opening analysis. What's going on today? We're only one day in. One day in, no expectations of anything as far as our postures are even concerned, to be honest. Yesterday, the market basically went sideways, right? Yesterday, the market basically went sideways. Our posture stayed the same. So, yeah, I would say right now, our posture's in a good place. But we have been waiting for what we think is likely to be a consolidation. And in fact, it seems like we're on the cusp of that very thing happening. So, what about any open trades you have? Well, if you have any open trades, hopefully you've been taking some profits, tightening some stops. And this thing's gapping down today. So, if you had anything that was close, there's a very good chance it's there's a very good chance it's going to get hit. So now the question is, and this is if I had any bullish trades on, I would be asking myself, is anything going to hit the stop first thing in the morning? And if so, and I know this always sounds a little bit like, what? Wait, did you say take it off? I'm going to take off the stop. I'm going to take it off because if nothing else, I'm going to see if it can recover after the initial sell-off, which sometimes will happen. I'm going to do it because I don't want the market maker to have the ability to execute an order for me on the open at a market price. It's basically like I'm giving them a blank check. Hey, yeah, pay yourself what you think is fair. That's what you're doing for a market maker. I don't think that's a good idea. So I'm going to take it off. Now, are there times where I take it off and it actually goes lower than when it opened? And it's like, oh, now you're worse off. Yes, but no. Yes, it's lower. Actually, as it settles down, even though it's lower, I'm still getting a better price 20, 30 minutes in. So, yeah, I would say it's worth it. That's my policy. If you don't have that policy yet, what you want to watch is when it opens and the price you get, what did you get executed at? Then watch the next 15 to 20 minutes and see, did it recover? Did it not? If it didn't, did it stay the same? If it stayed the same, did the price get better or worse? And you'll be like, oh yeah, price definitely got better. Then look at, what if the stock went down further, but still check the prices? I know, right, Sandy? He didn't fall asleep during the presentation. He fell asleep waiting for the presentation. Yeah. So don't don't get, yeah, be very careful getting stopped out on the open. Okay. Okay, what's next? Um, the shopping list. I mean, the shopping list. There's good stuff on there. It just means it's going to continue. Um, I think today's the we're gonna have to see how bad does today get, and then what does it lead into as we get towards the end of the week. Okay. All right. Oh, and let's not forget record keeping. Record keeping. Perfect. Let's move this over. What am I talking about? I'm talking about uh, the. Why can't I get there? There's my mouse working. Okay. Okay. Let's go back. Futures took a pretty serious dip, right? Pretty serious dip. If you look at the S&P, down 0.79. So we were down pretty low and getting worse, right? It's not like it's stalled out. So if you, let's get a chart here. Here's the ES. Let's go to a 5-minute chart. Okay. Yeah, you can see here after hours yesterday, we popped up a little bit and then we've just been drifting, accelerating, and even now accelerating down. Um, so, yeah. Yeah, it's not a good starting point, right? Not a great starting point. Okay, futures are down. That's the bottom line. Let's get this back. So you can kind of see, well, let's go back. S&P down 0.79, Dow 0.69, NASDAQ 0.91, and of course the Russell 1.4%. Yesterday, oil had kind of a pretty good size move to the upside. Um, and it's up a little more today, so there's a little bit of concern there still from oil, I would say. Yeah, futures are getting beat up a little bit. U.S. consumers just revealed the Fed's backwards problem on rates. Um, Fed policy may be accomplishing the exact opposite of what it intends as richer Americans enjoy the spoils. Yeah, so, right, interest rates are higher. Treasury yields rattle nerves. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Wall Street's outlook for stocks just keeps getting better. I don't know what that is. Consumer confidence rebound. So let's go take a look at the economic calendar. Let's go take a look at that. So yesterday, obviously nothing. Today, yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing what they're referring to. Um, did the consumer confidence get? Yeah, I don't know what the. I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't know what exactly the problem is they're talking about. To be perfectly honest with you. Whoops. What else do we have coming out this week? GDP, jobless claims. I mean, everything looks fine. That's the point, right? Everything looks fine. Okay. The S&P dropped 30. Yep. 30 at the open. It took a hit. It took a hit, right? Let's go take a quick peek. So when you see this, you can see we're just down. We're still, we've been here. We were here 3 days ago. The hedge paid off, Brett says. Love it. Patience, right? Patience. Um, it was here. It got down here, then it opened and bounced a little, and it's here again. So the question is, does it sell further and then continue for a couple of days, heading back towards the 50? That obviously is something that we would say is concerning, right? Um, so yeah, we'll see what that does, but let's switch this over now to the SPY so we can see it and how much it gapped. So there it is. There's that gap. Okay. Oops. Now, one of the couple of things we're looking at. Let's just jump to the dollar for 1 second. And remember what we talked about. We said 28. We said about 28.75 ish. I mean, 29 definitely. But as we're looking at this here, right? As we're looking at this, we're saying to ourselves, we don't want this to take out this old high. If it takes out that old high, there's strength on the dollar that's going to be putting downward pressure on stocks. It's that simple. Uh, so, yeah. Well, so remember, Bob, if you look back when the dollar broke this level here, it was this last little bit that pushed up that really put stress on the market. And as it recovered and got this lower high, this was early November. Remember, that's what ended up demonstrating when the market, you know, got stronger. So definitely we want to see this somewhat contained. Okay, let's keep looking. Okay. The rest of this week, we do have, like we said, jobless claims, GDP. We have income, we have spending, but the big one is here on Friday. After we speak on Friday, we will have a lot more information, right? So, yeah, we'll definitely know something at that time. Okay, let's keep going. Erase. Okay, so the hedge is popping a little bit, and let's go take a look and see how the VIX is looking. We said 14. I thought it might even go a little higher. 14 and a quarter is where we are. Okay, yeah. 14 and a quarter. That's good. We are definitely in here. You can see we're breaking this previous high, right? Yeah, that's, I mean, as we break that high, that's concerning. The hedge is probably working well. At this point, I would say that our new consolidation is on. The question is how much? Does it hold near this area? Does it hold near under 15? If it holds under 15, I still think that we're in the face of a bullish bounce, without a doubt. But it's the PCE news that we're definitely waiting for. Let's see what our watch list looks like and the impact this has. Obviously, a lot of red, right? Obviously, a lot of red. Apple looks fine. ACB down, but still sitting on top of the 50. I feel like I have too much chart here. There we go. Sitting on the 50. AIG right on the 50, right at it. So pullback in the financials. AMD sideways. Amazon. So if you were waiting for Amazon, if you're in it and you've been waiting, it's where it needs to be. Amazon looks viable for a new trade right now. Absolutely, right? Let's keep going. AXP setting up. I think AXP looks great. On my list for potential trade this week, without a doubt, as is Amazon. Boeing, it's not there for me. BAC, Bank of America, we said waiting for a pullback. Here's the pullback. So I think we have setups developing in financials. BCS, this is Barclays. This is a new financial that we found. British, it's new. We're just taking a look, seeing how it feels. Keeping an eye on it here. Citigroup on the list. Citigroup looks very strong, right? Very, very strong right now. Caterpillar, I would, even though Caterpillar's dipped below the 50, for me, I would still say that it's viable here, that this looks reasonable for a potential trade. It's a higher low. I still think that the setup is intact. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Let me know where you're looking to trade. Are you looking for these setups? Right? Okay, let's keep looking. CL, Colgate Palmolive. This is consumer staples. So the the non cyclicals. It's very strong. New high, pulling back, higher low. Yeah, it looks very strong, right? CMG kind of flat. Right now, you can't see the split, but we did for just a minute when we had a different chart perspective. Okay. CNM, Core and Main, setting up. This one is actually industrials. I thought this was financials, but this is industrials, and you can see that it looks very strong. Oil. It's nice to see the oil stock back down, right? So that looks good to see that down in that area. Let's go to Costco, overextended, nothing there yet for us, right? Nothing there yet for us. Let's keep looking. Okay, what else? My watch list. Still can't get it to work. Bob, I know you've gotten yours. CRBG setting up. Corebridge Financial. Obviously, that's financials. We've got the Dow. It's pretty big retracement, right? Like that's a pretty good size. I don't know. I feel like the Dow is not showing bullishness as much as it's showing an actual, you know, pullback and consolidation from this standpoint. EQH new, just taking a look, seeing how it looks, seeing how it feels. ERJ. Oh, someone remind me, where did this one come from? Because I was like, wait, I think I like this one, but I can't remember which group this was. If you remember, let me know. ERJ. Well, I can take a quick peek. Let's see here. Analyze fundamentals. Connect this. What are these guys? Aircraft system, industrial, yeah, industrials. Okay. ERJ Industrials looks good. Looks pretty strong here. All right, let's keep going. FCX. Airline. Okay. Hey, and Steven's here. Didn't see you, Steven. Okay, let's keep going. Where's my list? GBTC. GBTC is looking more bullish. It broke out, made a higher high. It's pulling back. I think it looks like it could be potentially setting up to make a move. Okay, let's keep going. GE. So if you got in, did you take any? Is it getting out now? This would be the end. Um, give me your thoughts. Let me know what you ended up doing with that. We'll keep going. Gold pulled back. Google, look at Google. Looks great. Looks fine. Right? No concerns. It looks just fine. Okay, let's keep going. HIMS. This is new. We're just looking at it. That one's kind of a high momentum. Just keeping an eye on it. IWM pulling back. Today down quite a bit. KBH Homes still above the 50. So there's plenty of things that are still setting up. Coke, that's new, sitting on the 50. Meta. So you can see today there's a pullback, but it's not like it's catastrophic. It's like, hey, this is actually setting up more things than not. MMM, industrials down, Morgan Stanley down, but I like the way financials are setting up. Microsoft looks good. Apple looks good. Meta, Google look good. All the big ones are looking strong again. Chips, Micron's fine. Netflix is fine. Nvidia pulling back, but after hitting a record high, all the way up here, back at this old channel. QQQ. RTX looks good, but a little sideways. Here's the SPY. So you can see even on the opening range, it's just a little back and forth. 20 minutes in, this is what we have. If we're lucky, well, not lucky. If we break out, we might fill this gap, but I think we're hard pressed to get back above 527 and a half or 528. If we break the opening range to the downside, I think this continues, and there's a good chance we break below 525. Yeah, so let's be patient. If you have anything left, you're cleaning it up. Anything new, you're looking to wait for your signal to finalize and to emerge. TSM pulling back. UUP kind of flat. We're keeping an eye on this. That's what I don't want it to break out of right there. 28.80. We're okay for now. VIX, okay for now. Staying where it is, not going too high. BRT, very strong, pulling back. Wells Fargo, still sitting right around the 50. So I'd say it's still viable. Walmart. I mean, I like it, but I still think there's consolidation left. So, yeah. XLB Materials holding up. Communication Services still bullish. Energy not looking great. Financial still bullish. Didn't hold the 50 as of now, but I'm still bullish on it, as are industrials. They've pulled back a little through the 50 with today, but I'm still thinking they look fine. Technology, staples, a couple of new ones on our list. Here's utilities, healthcare. I mean, look, I think it's hard to argue that it's not bullish. I mean, there's enough bullish things here. So, yeah, I mean, it's bullish. Overall, our market, as far as the posture, let me pull that up here. Quick reminder. I'm a 5. This makes sense. It didn't improve from last week to this week. It hasn't improved this week. In fact, we came into this week thinking we've improved enough that we're looking for the next bullish window, which means if we have a small pullback, that's setting things up. Well, here's the pullback. We don't know if it's small because it might be today, and then tomorrow if it accelerates, then it's like, whoa, well, what is this becoming? But if it pulls back and then starts to slow down, we have exactly what we're looking for. So we said we're bullish, but it was at resistance. Let's be patient. If the window opens, we'll be ready. Okay. For me, this pullback is the window opening. So I definitely want to be ready. What are we working on this week? We're working on the log. So you should have your, whether it's stock or option, you should have your log filled out. That log should be giving you lots of good information. So it's section 6 log. Next time we'll talk about record keeping. Sorry, reverse that. Record keeping this time. Next time we'll talk about the analytics. But right now it's just get it filled out. The biggest thing I can tell you is get a habit. All you need to do is that right there. That's the first part. Columns A through G. A through G is the entry. Then you have 3 more columns on one exit, 3 more on another. Stephen would remind me that there's another spreadsheet that has a third exit in case you do exit that way, and I'll make sure to get that. And once again, if you haven't seen it, for those of you watching at home on the recording, too many lines. Remember that the resources section page is now filled out. So you can come in here and find anything that you would find on what I used to put in the emails. The content library, our channel link, the link for major market analysis, the link for sector rotation, the link for a bullish search, the link for the economic calendar, the interest rates, the heat map, all of it's in here. And if you go into the downloads, you'll notice that the trading plan outline link is there, market posture log is there, stock log is there, option log is there, top 10 mistakes. I need to get these updated, but they're there. They're just a little behind. I said I was going to do it yesterday. I'll do it. Current watch list, that needs to be updated. Well, I'll get to those. That'll happen. But it's there for you now. So if you ever like, I need another copy, you don't have to go to your email. Everything is in Discord now. Our schedule, our events, everything is here. So let me go back in. Any comments, questions, or concerns? How are you feeling? Hood. Ah, Robin Hood. Love it. Love it. Let me pull that up. Sorry, I got a little behind on my chats. Uh, all right, everyone says they're feeling pretty good. Robin Hood. Strong. Where is it? Bullish? Or excuse me, financials? It looks like it went up, pulled back, and I mean, this could be the break of the flag, ready to go. If you're bullish on this, I would agree. Rest of our schedule. So tomorrow night, we have too many lines on my SPY. I do have a lot of lines. I could probably clean some up. I do like to see a lot of my historical lines, though, sometimes. I go back and forth. I'll go back and forth. Tomorrow night, Glenn will be leading us. I'll be here. Should be great. 8:30 p.m. Eastern, a foundations class. I'm not even sure what he's doing it on. And then on Friday, standard market close. So I will see you guys at 3:15 p.m. Eastern time. All right. Well, let's if things start to get crazy, let's pop on chat and talk about it impromptu. So if you're around, if this thing starts to sell off, I'll probably be around today. So pop a message in there and we'll have a conversation. We don't have to just leave. And if you're around in the market, let people know you're around and be willing to have a chat. It's good to see you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, closing today. Yes, that's on. I'll see if I can see if Glenn can pop in at all. Closing today, last hour. If you're around, pop in there. Great idea. Thanks, everybody. See you soon.
provided for me, but I have a bunch of questions that I want to ask Scott. There he is. Um, so,
So
so
we'll
I,
do, so,
yeah.
let's save some time at the end of this meeting to do that, cause Ally is, we're late, so.
Okay.
Not your fault, not anyone's fault, we're just late, so, Scott, I think we'll spend the um, first part of the meeting on the calculator page, and then the second part of the meeting, Miriam has a bunch of questions for you on the content outline for
Okay.
holistic. Yeah. Hey, Carlos. Hi.
Good morning.
I think it was. All right. So this is the calculator on. Um, did Celine pop on? Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Celine.
Yes, sorry about the delay. There were another meeting.
Oh no, no worries. We know what that's like. Okay, so yesterday Scott was verifying. Wait a minute. What did you say?
I just yeah, like it didn't even seem to be calculating. So that's if do you have the link? Like I'm still don't trying to I don't have any favorites or any links on my computer. Do you have the link to
All
S3?
right, so it's inherited IRA, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me let me get the link. Hold on one sec. Okay, I'll put it in the chat. Where's our meeting chat? Here we go. Okay. This is the link to the module, not to the direct. Let me look and try to find
That's fine.
the direct. This is to calculate RMD.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little kind of two before key points. Do you guys want me to share? Do you want to share your screen, Scott? Or
Yeah, I can turn my screen on.
okay. Because you know what you saw that wasn't working. Slim over giving you lots of calculators in preparation for calculators. Because I just gave you understanding Social Security, and that one has a calculator in it too.
Okay. Yeah, is this Carlos subtly shifting work away where he doesn't have to do calculator work with me anymore? Is that what's happening, Carlos?
No, this is Carlos being fully focused on his tutorials. Right, Carlos, except for when I drag him to meetings.
um,
Yeah,
no, I know Carlos loves calculator work as much as I do. No, yeah, this is it's. You can see it's not running something.
yeah.
So
Right now, I think it's not doing anything. Right, Celine?
Yes, that's correct. I think I need to check the calculator's formula again. I think we also talked in the stand up about this calculator,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I was also talking with Sanu in regards to this. So there is this. So with Twine, there is this one way to turn a set of data into JSON format so that we can store all of the ages, and what was the other one? It was two values, age and then a different value depending on the age. And so that way we could
Life
grab it.
expectancy
Yeah, there
factor.
we go. Yeah, the life expectancy factor, so that we can have accurate values. Um, but I'm also thinking if that doesn't work, we can try with an array, uh, which is just like a vector of values. But yeah, last time we spoke, I guess we decided to do something simple and not as complex, just to kind of have something going on. But I don't know where we stand with that.
So what solution meets our needs but is the easiest to implement just because we have a lot of additional work?
So I'm thinking, um, if we have like an average age, and then we can subtract from there and somehow put that inside of the formula. So the formula is very basic, um, as shown in the script. The tricky part is just that we have that um, if from the age factor. We, uh, I guess we can set up a meeting right after this one, so then we can um,
Yeah,
bring in
sure,
some,
it's okay on my side.
and then we can, yeah, we'll figure the formula out.
Okay.
So right now it doesn't have any formula, that's why it's not doing anything.
Okay.
But yeah, we need to add that expression in there.
Okay. I think so. So okay. So we're in a good. So Celine, I think this would be. I know Madeline may reach out, and I have to get a ticket for you for the next module. Um, but this is first priority because I want to get this module wrapped up. So you've got this and the custom moments for this module as first priority. Yeah.
Okay, I will first
Okay.
complete these two tickets, the calculator and the custom moments.
So I just kept, can you use your build revision ticket for this? Right, it's,
Sure,
yeah,
I can use it.
okay. Because I think it has all the links in there. All right. So does Miriam need to do any content
Actually,
updating or?
I think for me, maybe yes. As I was looking at this, Miriam, my thought here was it should actually be a singular RMD because we're telling them what your exact RMD, the age that you're 50. When you're 51, your number is going to be calculated slightly differently. So your RMD is not going to be, I think when we say your RMDs should be, it suggests that they will be consistent based on this calculation rather than that they need to be reassessed every year. So I feel like we should say um, something like your RMD at this age should be, so that they know that it's tied directly to the age. Does that make sense, Miriam? And then I don't know if we want to then change the title of this from calculate RMDs to calculate your RMD and keep it as a singular. RMD is always one time. That's what it is this year, and next year it'll be something different. And Miriam, you're on mute if you're responding.
Yep, I sure am. Okay, so we're gonna change the title to calculate your RMD and add a sentence that says you have to do it every year.
Well, I mean, you can see how it says in the response box here, it says your RMDs, and that needs to be singular for sure. So I think it should say something along the line of your RMD this, at this age, or you're already based on somehow it needs to tie back to this number is one time based on this, and that maybe we do say and would need to be reassessed the next year, right? Like somehow, like maybe reiterating the fact that RMDs are calculated on an annual basis. Does that make sense?
Totally.
And I think that'll actually make this a little stronger as they fix the formula and get the calculator working.
This will take me 2 seconds. This is really quick fixes.
So, Miriam, I'm gonna send you your Add Alex Feedback ticket.
Mhm.
And can you do me a favor? Well, let me make sure. Wait 1 sec, you guys. I need to make sure that this is the link to the final script. Nope. Oh, it's the archive. So Miriam, I thought we were gonna try to just keep the one script all the way along.
Yeah, did I mess up?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh gosh.
But if I just put
The question is, hold on 1 sec. I need to make sure that when you did your content review that you, I hope that everyone has been working with the right script. Give me 1 minute. See what Slim had. Okay, Slim had the right script. All right. I'm going to update. I'm gonna give you oh, this is Add Alex Feedback. Oh, this is yours? No. Oh, wait. Add Alex Feedback. Okay.